Welcome back, friends. Let's move on with our topic of gravitation, and today we'll do some numericals. Okay, let us solve some numericals based on the formulas which we have learnt. See, the first numerical is concerned with the motion of a body when it is released from a height. For this numerical, you should remember the three equations of motion. Which are the three equations of motion? V equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, and third is v square equal to u square plus 2as. One more thing, value of g will be taken as negative if the body is moving vertically upwards, and value of g will be taken as positive if the body is moving downwards. Okay, so while reading the numerical, you should check whether the body is moving upwards or downwards. Secondly, when you throw an object upwards, the final velocity v will be taken as 0. On the other hand, when an object is released from a height, the initial velocity u will be taken as 0. So these three things you should take in consideration while solving the numerical. Okay, so let's look at the numerical and solve it. It's very easy to understand. Okay, see, the numerical is there in your textbook. It is question number 5a. What is the question? An object takes 5 seconds to reach the ground. When it is released from a height of 5 meters on a planet. Okay, that means I have released an object from a height and it takes 5 seconds to reach the ground, and the height from which I have released is 5 meters. Okay, what is value of g on the planet? Now, since the object is released from the height, directly one thing I will take is that initial velocity. What? Initial velocity u will be taken as 0 meter per second. Okay. Now, secondly, how much time it takes? Time taken is 5 seconds, right? And what is the height? Height or the displacement, okay, is nothing but 5 meter. S is 5 meter, and what you have to find? To find what? G, value of G. Okay. Now, the formula which I will use over here, in which I will get A, S, T as well as U, is S equal to ut plus half a t square. Correct? Now, I'll substitute the values. Value of S is 5 meter, U is 0, so the term becomes 0, plus half G into T square. T square is 25. Or the equation can be written as 5 into 2 upon 25 equal to G, right? And this becomes what? 10 upon 25. Therefore, G becomes what? 10 upon 25 or 2 upon 5 or 0.4 meter per second square. So what answer I get? Value of G comes out to be 0.4 meter per second square. So this is the answer. And the numerical is very easy. Okay, I repeat, u was 0 meter per second because the object is released from a height. U is 0, time t is 5 seconds, displacement was 5 meter, and what you have to find was G. Now the equation in which all these terms S, T, U and A are present is this: S equal to ut plus half at square. In this, S is taken as 5, okay, U is 0, half G into T square is 25. On substituting the values and cross multiplying, what we get is G equal to 0.4 meter per second square. let's move on to the next numerical. Okay, it's question number 5C. Now in this numerical they have mentioned mass and weight of an object on earth. Mass of the object on earth is 5 kg and weight of the object on earth is 49 Newton. Okay. Secondly, they are asking us to find the value of mass and weight of the same object on moon, right? And they have mentioned that acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1/6 that on the earth. Okay. So as I taught you earlier, when an object is taken from one place to another, does the matter change? No. The matter in the object will remain same. And so, in this question, the first answer can be easily told by you. Mass of the object will never change whether you take the object on earth or on moon. So, the first answer will be that mass of object remains constant, and that will be equal to what? 5 kg on moon. The object will have same mass, that is 5 kg on the moon. Now next is you have to find the weight of the object on moon, but they have mentioned that acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1/6 that on earth. Okay. Now let us start with that part. First, weight of object on earth. Weight of object on earth. I write WE, which is equal to M into GE. Okay. What is GE? G is the acceleration due to gravity on the earth. Okay. And this formula I have already taught you. Weight is mass into acceleration due to gravity. And this value they have mentioned it as 49 Newton. Okay. Similarly, weight of object on moon will be WM, which will be M into GM, which we don't know. Okay, which we don't know. Now GM stands for acceleration due to gravity on the moon. Is it clear? I've written two formulas. One is for weight on earth, W equal to M into GE. GE is acceleration due to gravity on earth, and WM equal to M into GM, and GM is the acceleration due to gravity on the moon. These two equations I name as equation 1 and equation 2. Okay. Now see, they have given one relation between GM and GE. They have mentioned that GM is 1/6 that of GE. This is equation 3. Right? Now I divide equation 1 by 2. Divide 1 by 2. What we get? WE upon WM equal to MGE upon MGM. Right? M will get cancelled. Okay. Now value of WE we already know. It is 49 upon WM equal to GE upon GM. But from equation 3 we know GM is what? GM is 1/6 of GE. Okay, and GE also gets cancelled, and what remains is 49 GE upon 1/6 of GE equal to 6. G gets cancelled, 1 by 6 comes in the numerator and becomes 6. This further on cross multiplying we get WM equal to 49 upon 6. And if you solve this, divide this, 6 8s are 48. Okay, remainder 1, 10. 6 1s are 6. 8.1 6 6. This is a recurring term. So I can write here 8.17 Newton. Okay. So weight of the same object on moon will be 8.17 Newton. This is our final answer. Okay. We have made use of simple formula, weight equal to m into g, and we got the answer. Friends, our next topic is gravitational potential energy. See, let me recall about the potential energy which you have learned about, the definition you learned in 9th standard. Potential energy can be defined as the energy possessed by body on account of its shape, position or configuration, right? And one simple formula for gravitational potential energy we have learned in 9th, and that formula is potential energy equal to mgh, right? And if you remember, g was the height of the object above Earth's surface. So if an object is lying on the Earth's surface, what will be its potential energy? Yeah, the answer will be 0. Its energy will be 0. And as we move the object to a height, the potential energy increases, and we use the formula mgh to find the value. But this formula for potential energy is applicable only for low heights. Okay, when the height is very less. As we take the object at a very great heights, okay, take example 10,000 kilometers or 30,000 kilometers, for example I am giving you. In such cases, value of g becomes 0, small g. Value of acceleration due to gravity at that height becomes 0. As a result, even the potential energy of the object becomes 0. And the old formula which we have learned, potential equal to mgh, cannot be used. Okay. Here we make use of a new formula, and the formula for that is minus g m small m upon r plus h. I repeat, potential energy of the object at a great height will be given as minus capital G. Capital G stands for acceleration, Newton's universal law of universal gravitational constant. Capital M stands for mass of Earth. Small m stands for what? Mass of the object. And r plus h is the distance of the object from the center of the Earth. Have a look at the board and understand it. As you see, this is our old formula which you have learnt in 9th. Potential energy equal to mgh. If the body is lying on the Earth's surface, height is 0, so potential energy becomes 0, and at a certain height above Earth's surface we can write P equal to mgh. But this formula is applicable only for small distances above the Earth's surface. Okay. Now look at this formula. See, this is our Earth. Mass of Earth is capital M. R is the radius of Earth, and we have taken an object at a very large distance from the Earth's surface. Height is very large compared to radius. Under such conditions, what happens? Value of g goes on decreasing, and finally at a certain distance g becomes 0. G decreases. G is acceleration due to gravity, it decreases, and at infinite distance it becomes what? 0. So scientists have given an optional formula for finding potential energy at distance or at certain height. That formula is potential energy equal to minus g m upon r plus h. G is the gravitational constant, m is the mass of Earth, small m is the mass of object, and r plus h is the distance of the object from the Earth. So at infinite distance, the value of potential energy is 0, and as we bring it closer to the Earth, it goes on increasing. I repeat, at infinite distance, this potential energy will be what? 0, and as we bring towards the Earth, the value of potential energy will go on increasing. Okay.